Take two, basically. If you're watching now, I tried the first live video and it failed. I can't even blame alcohol. It's just me being genuinely useless with Google Hangouts. But I'm trying again. So hopefully you're actually watching this. Basically, I'm going to talk about Aguero. I'm going to try and get live chat involved and try and get the comments. Nicola's on it now, trying to send me the actual live extension. But hello. I think I'm actually going to work this time. I think it's going to work. I think it's going to be magic. And I think you're going to see me talking about football. If you can, is this better this time? Yes, there we go. I can see people. Like everyone's saying there, Cameron, everyone, the real favourites. Anyway, I want to talk about Aguero. Aguero has basically signed a new contract. It's been basically revealed by Pep Guardiola. He's come out and said that it was done last year when he was kind of questioned. He said, well, he didn't say it was done last year. He said it was done and extended a while back when he was questioned about it. He said he's already signed a contract and so it's an extension. He said, yes, I think so. I think it's already done. So there we go. Hello, everyone there saying hello back to me. Oh, this is nice, isn't it? I can see all the comments and you all saying that. But the contract extension, I don't actually know. There were some rumours last year that it actually happened, but we didn't actually know if it had or not because it was kept quiet. Now, Sam Lee, the journalist from Goal, has come out and found a document saying he was actually registered for a new contract last year. So it did actually happen. But for whatever reason, it didn't. It wasn't announced. I don't know why City did that, but in general, it has been now confirmed by Guardiola. So Aguero has had a contract extension. So that's great news. It genuinely is great news. I think in general, Aguero's had it difficult recently. I think a lot of people have been willing him to fail. It's the only way I can describe it, which is mad because he's Sergio Aguero. You know, like you shouldn't be after someone like that. You should basically be supporting him regardless at all times. I see all the comments today going on. Everyone's just basically talking amongst themselves. You go and talk amongst yourselves, everyone, and you know I'll just talk at you. But yes, I'm really happy about this because I think Aguero, maybe he's not quite settled yet into Pep style, but then again, I would argue most of our players haven't quite settled yet into Guardiola style. So why does he get a harder time than the rest of them? He's only human. Yeah, naturally it'll take him a little bit of time to adapt to this method. It's a complicated way of playing. I don't know how long it's for, but it's just been confirmed this actually happened. Cameron, I remember me getting hammered. Yes, I'm reading the comments here, by the way. I don't know, Nathan, I don't know how long it's actually for. But all I know is it's actually happened. He hasn't had his best season. I agree there with Neil, however you pronounce that. But in general, he is still Sergio Aguero. He is still worthy of our time. He's the man who gave us the 93-20 moment. We have to be patient with someone like him because what is the point otherwise? If anyone is worthy of our patience in general, it's him. He deserves a chance to actually adapt to this situation, to the Guardiola trying to do just as much as anyone else. I think that's fair. I also think maybe we expect less of him these days. We're more of a team in terms of the way we try and play is more inclusive of everyone, where it used to be just feeding Aguero. So maybe he looks on the periphery a little bit more because we're not set up just to go right through him, which it used to be. So in general, I think maybe he's adapting to a little bit. But I think Aguero, if you can get him clicking in the system, it's worth it because he's still a phenomenal player. Do I think he'll break the record from Hafiz? I hope so, mate, because I love Aguero. I think he's incredible. I think he's a great guy. I'm also going to type in the comment because I can, because on the comment screen here, I get a crown. Look, there you go. You can see me in the comments. I've got a crown next to my name. How good is that in the comments? But yes, but in general, I'm happy about this. What do you all make of the news? I can see you all typing away there. Let me know what you think about it. I think it's great news. I want to see him try and link up with the likes of Gabriel Jesus and Sane and Sterling and all this kind of stuff. I want him to be around there to show these younger players the way through it. I've got a crown, Alberto. It's great, isn't it? Sorry, I'm enjoying the novelty of having live streamer comments here as I'm talking to all. It's great. And King Stephen, long live King Stephen. I agree with that. But yeah, in general, it's great that this is going to make no sense to people watching it back when it's not live, is it? But deal with it. You should have been here when it was actually live. You should have been here at 11 o'clock on a Friday night, enjoying this like the rest of us. But yeah, it's a cause for celebration because Aguero has signed a new contract according to it. There's a few other little things as well. I want to talk about what Pep said in his press conference. He actually said something to me as well that I actually really found quite interesting. He said, Pep, this is on B teams. Why can't we create Man City or Man United second teams and play in the Championship against Newcastle? That is the future. I get where he's coming from. He's frustrated here. That, to me, says this is a man who's obviously frustrated about the prospects for his young players. He's used to B teams over in Germany and over in Spain, and he wants the young players to get this chance as well to actually play against professional teams because that is probably the one thing that holds back our youngsters more than any other league. I get why people don't want B teams, but at the same time, I also wish I did see it because our academy and the other academies would benefit massively, though it would affect lower league football, which is a bit harsh. Jessery, I don't know how long the extension is for. Pep's just confirmed it actually did happen. So we'll see. We'll have to wait on that, unfortunately. But I don't know. I'm just glad it has been extended. It does make you think about the whole the meeting he had that was photographed this morning when it came on. When it leaked out this morning that he'd been chatting away to Pep and Aguero had met together and they chatted away in a restaurant. You wonder what that's about. Maybe it's just the way they meet and talk. Some people talk to play in different environments. Some people put their arm around them at the bar. Some people go for food. Some people do on the training pitch. Pep's quite open about that. He said when he joined City that he would change how he's going to talk to all these people. Look at you all just commenting away, talking to yourself. You're very happy down there. It's 1 year, according to Ridzi, it's a 1 year extension. It ends in 2020. So there we go. We love Aguero and Aguero loves us. I agree with Saints FIFA there, or Sean even. But yes, I'm very happy about that news. I think you should be too, because he's a fantastic player. But yeah, in general, if you want to, I can do this regularly if you want to, by the way. It's like Facebook Live, just if we're Rising TV. We can all chat live here when we want to, because it's dead easy to do. I mean, I've worked it out now. I know it was difficult the first time, but now I've got it nailed. But if you want to chat away about anything, you want to ask any questions, Sean, Saints FIFA there's getting very carried away. If you want to ask any questions, feel free to, and we'll chat about stuff in general, because we can all talk about football. Everyone's excited by Groot. Nicola bought me this dancing Groot thing from Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm not going to turn it on because it never goes off. I can't be asked. Sorry, everyone. But yeah, everyone's excited about Groot. Are we going to the Spurs game, Ridzi? I am going to the Spurs game. I'll be there with Nicola as well. We'll be there starting 1:15, I think. So say hello if you see us. Amy's saying why loan Hart out when he's younger, better, and has more passion than Bravo. It's about what they do on the pitch as opposed to why they are. They're different. I think they're different players, basically. They wanted Bravo to be someone who can actually keep it around in the back. It's a complicated answer, but it's about style of play, not about the keeping ability. It's weird, and I don't get it. Yeah, but in general, it's a complicated answer. What score do you reckon tomorrow? I'm not comfortable about tomorrow, Luke. I reckon it's going to be, I think, a best of 2-2. But then again, I was negative before the Arsenal game, and we were fantastic that play day. So, I'm fingers crossed I'll be wrong again. Will Jesus start against Spurs, Nathan? In capital letters, Nathan's very adamant about making that point. And Dante, I am going to vlog the match as well. Will he start against Spurs? I don't know if he will. I don't think he will, even be honest. Maybe no. Maybe Guardiola will surprise us. I did say in the Blooming Rising preview that I think it's a good boost that we've got him. That we've got him now for this thing, because we probably need that positivity that he will obviously inject into the team. Stephen Walsh. Hey, Walsh isn't my surname. That's Paul, unless you mix things together. But anyway, sorry, I'm reading the comments. But yeah, I think it's good that he's around the squad now. I think we need that boost of positivity. I don't think he should start. In general, I think it should be Sane, personally. Sane, Sterling, outside of Aguero, or maybe even Nolito. I think Gabriel Jesus should be a late impact sub, because I think he needs to adapt to the Premier League slowly. I think it's probably the wise thing to do. But who knows? You might just start him. Hackers Gaming, there's your shout out, my friend. Everything LOFC. Very deep question there about my job and everything, but it's just money, mate. No one's done anything wrong. Just budgets get cut sometimes. No, just happened. Hafiz, go on then. I'll be the manager of City, and that'll be fun. Looking at the comments here, Vertonghen missing is massive. I agree, Connor. Vertonghen is a great player. Also, I think it's Lamella missing as well. They'll bring in Ben Davies, I think, and maybe they'll not go through the back as they've been doing recently, because obviously they'll probably put Dyer and Alderweireld instead, maybe at centre back, and go to Chisholm for the back thing. But in general, they're a very good team, Spurs. They're probably the one team that I fear the most, if I'm being totally honest, in the Premiership. I think the way they play is very admirable. It's a very good footballing style. I really like the tenacity of their general play, and it's like kind of perfect blend between technical ability and athleticism. So we'll go Maisie. Probably, yeah. Sorry, Maisie. That's your answer to that question there. See my answer in the Q&A. In the Q&A when I talked about Blue Horizon. So yeah, that's it. People need to stop blaming Bravo. The defenders are just as much responsible from Google Mail. Google Mail is getting involved there. Google Mail has become sentient and is getting involved in comments. I always thought Yahoo Mail would be a fan of Bravo. Or maybe, but Google Mail apparently is. I probably agree with this in general, that we shouldn't point everything at Bravo. I think in general, that's what Pep was trying to say today in the press conference. He said there was a lot of people picked on the comment where Pep said maybe I'm not good enough, and what he was saying there is it's not fair to say Bravo's not good enough, or Otamendi's not good enough, or Stones is not good enough. What he was saying, maybe it's me. You know, do you ever stop to think of that? He was saying in general, it's not fair to just point the finger at one person, and he's right there. And he's obviously a very intelligent man, and that's why we should all really like Pep. By the way, he's a thinker and a good person. He comes across as such a passionate, likable person, and I like the way he's more intelligent than most of the press that are trying to interview and catch him out. And I quite admire that personally. But yes. I did it, Joe. Yeah, Big Steve. I stood in front of Joe Reed apparently a couple of months ago at Barcelona. Oh yeah, that was a good day. That was a bad night actually, but it was good though. Our fans were decent, weren't they? Well, they weren't. It was a good night. Angus Gunn is great. I'm a big fan of Angus Gunn. I've been banging his drum for about 2 years now, 2 or 3 years, and Angus is a fantastic keeper. I'm hoping genuinely he'll get a go because Dennis, there's your hello. Nicola wouldn't leave you for Pep, you know that. He hasn't got as good hair as you. But yes, Angus Gunn is fantastic. He can pass it around. He's a 6'5" shot stopper. Great keeper, genuinely, and obviously been at City since a long time. So I think in general do like him at City, and I think they're rightfully so. If anyone's playing for England 21s, despite never making your debut in international football, you're a good keeper. And Angus Gunn obviously is a very good keeper. But yes, back to the people who were just joining on this. Aguero, yeah. How long have we been talking for now? Anyway, this is good fun, this isn't it? It's good. If you like this, say you like it in the comments. But Aguero. Yes, as Pep's leaked that the contract extension rumours were actually true, and he is actually signed an extension. So that's good. Given all the negativity around Aguero at the moment, I'm glad that he's been glad the news that he's signed a contract is actually real, because that would be a disappointment to me if it wasn't. In general, everyone loves it. There we go. Everyone loves it in the news. It's great. Awesome. Plucky Brill, there's your shout out, pal. Everyone's winning it. Thoughts on the Tosin contract, Anka? I would be very, very upset if Tosin leaves, because Tosin is a fantastic young footballer. Basically, got just about every skill set you can imagine for a young centre back. He's tall, he's good, he's decent. You can get a photo if you want, mate. James, yeah, of course you can. I'm not worthy of a photo, but go for it. But yeah, back to Adebayo. He's huge. He's a great footballer. He's athletic. He's strong. He's done the ball. He's fast. He's about 6'5". He's still quite slender, but he'll be only young. He'll build out. In general, he's everything you want from a young centre back. He may be a little bit raw. Of course, he's raw. Everyone is raw at 19 years old. But he needs. Oh, James, I feel bad, James. Now it's not weird. I just don't see myself as worthy of a photo with. Nicola's got loads of photos of me, so maybe she probably doesn't think it's weird. So don't worry about it, James. If you've got a photo, come and say hello. But in general, back to Adebayo. Adebayo is a fantastic player. He definitely deserves a new contract. And if he goes to someone like Everton, someone like that, he'll be fantastic. He'll eventually prove himself to be a future England centre back, in my personal opinion, because he's just a genuinely fantastic young footballer. So we'll see. He is raw. He's very raw, but then every young player is raw. So we'll see. First signing a 13-year-old kid. You're on about that Finley guy, aren't you, Matt? No force on it at all. He's 13. I've never heard of him. He's a kid. We signed lots of 13-year-olds, so I hope he's good, and good luck to him in the future, Finley. I'll see you on the under-18s in 5 years' time. Sancho to get to the first team this year, Josh. He only turned 17 in March, Josh, so I don't think Sancho personally. I just realised this is like a live Q&A, isn't it? This is a live Q&A. It's good, isn't it? So I don't have to do any editing. It's great. I do a lot of editing. I've got no GIFs or memes, though, unfortunately. Sorry about that. But back to Sancho. In March, he's turned 17, so he's a kid still. Sancho, I don't think he's ready for the first team yet. I think he'll go in somewhere, though. I think in general, he will be involved in pre-season. Cameron, sorry for blanking you at City this weekend. I didn't blank anyone. I just didn't know who you were. But yes, Sancho, I don't think we need to rush him. Maybe he's just basically moved up to. He's only a first-year scholar this year for the under-18s. He's so young, but he's obviously started playing with the EDS already, which is great. And in general, keep him there, I would say, until the end of the season. If he starts to look exceptional and we get a dead rubber of a game, I'm not against him being called up, but I think he's got a bit of a way to go yet, personally. I think Foden, him, and Brahim. Brahim's a year older than these two, even though he's only the youngest in his year, if that makes sense, his school year. He's only about 4 months older than Sancho, but he's still the year above in terms of age groups. But in general, yeah, I'm not in the rush to get Sancho in the first team, but I think Foden, Sancho, Brahim, people like them should be definitely training with the first team in general, because it's going to definitely benefit them. It'll be Be great. Fourth in the Champions League. We seem to be good at it, James, this year. So fingers crossed we do well against Monaco. Monaco are going to come at us. They're going to be up in our faces. But it'll be fun. Look at all your comment away. It's great. You're all loving yourself there, aren't you? Fabian Delph's in the comment section. Pep Guardiola's there. Oh, there's just someone. All the players. You should all be resting ahead of the game tomorrow. Oh, it's great. It's great. Lampard made our club relevant, according to Darj Rajan, the man who signed after we won the league, obviously. Dar Ranjan, you strange troll, you strange little person. Leroy play tomorrow. I would hope so. I would really hope so. Leroy San is in the comments now as well there. Look at this. This is brilliant. We're having a party. Who needs a Friday night? Who needs alcohol? Who needs that when you've got a Esteemed Kompany live stream on Google Hangouts? Nolito disappeared. I don't know where Nolito's gone. I don't know where Nolito's gone. I'd be disappointed if he's not involved tomorrow, because I thought he's been a big part of what made this team successful at the start of the season. How Moreno Zinchenko doing? Moreno, I know, is struggling a little bit, but the manager likes him as a person, which is good signing. He said his attitude is excellent, but he's struggling to adapt a little bit. I think Zinchenko's been in and out of the team, but I think he's had a few good games, so we'll see. I need my daily dose. Nathan, you're a big fan as well. Saints, you've got a rival there. 1 million I deserve. I would love 1 million, but it's not going to be. James, go on. James Punjabi, I can see you. If you type your question now, and I'll answer it for you, mate. Delph better than Kolarov, a cliche left back. Probably. We don't know that. Hopefully. I'm surprised. He's got the attributes on paper, Delph, to be a left back, but we'll see if it actually happens or not. So, Says and Nathan just arguing amongst each other, bless him. Stephen, do you think Ronaldo's the future of City? I definitely think he potentially does do. He's a very, very good player. He's got a wide variety of skill sets, scores goals from everywhere. I really like what I've seen him so far, and he's doing exactly what he could be asked out on loan. There's not much more he can do. James saying, where do you go? Where do you normally go after games to record fan cams? We do that over at near the Mercedes garage and near the main road. I'm not sure if I'll be there, not tomorrow, but Paul and Alex definitely will be. So go and say hello to them, definitely. Games equal life. There's your shout out, mate. Who would you bring in the summer, Matt? Oh, Matt, that is it. We need fullback. Just a couple of fullbacks. Maybe another centre back. Weigl. I'm not even signed for about it. I don't know. There's so many names thrown about. Who would you bring in, Matt? That's what I want to know. Maffeo's replaced Zabaleta in a few years. I would love Maffeo to replace Zabra in a few years. Laza. Maffeo is more than good enough. He's a fantastic player, great prospect, loads of ability. In general, someone I would love to see. He's like a mini Zabra. He's really got a great attitude, loads of desire. When I was watching him play for the EDS when he was only 17 years old, he put him as centre back in a free because he needed to improve his physicality in general. But he was bossing people who were like 6'2", and he was 5'8", and he was 17 years old and they were bigger than him. And he was because he was timing. His timing in general of the tackle was excellent. So Maffeo, he's always been excellent for the EDS. You saw it against United. That was the Pablo Maffeo that I watched play frequently for the EDS, and he's still only very young too. He's a fantastic little player, and all the attributes that we liked about Zabaleta, Maffeo has too. And obviously, he's a mini Pablo in more sense than one. So I think he definitely should be groomed to be involved with the first team because he's definitely good enough. I don't see the point spending loads of money on a big player. Get a one established first team right back maybe, and then get maybe as the backup. Gerald saying Pellegrini apparently interested in Silva for 50 million. That's come from the Sun, Gerald. So it's probably nonsense. It's from the Sun, so in general, probably not. Cameron's saying, what's your... it's scrolling past so quick, Cameron. I've lost your question already. There's something about what's your opinion on the youth team being teach the Pep way, but we're not giving them a chance. In general, we've been teaching them the Pep way since they were very young, and the idea is that then they can fit into the system and they'll play football well. In general, it's teaching them how to play good football and keep it. I think it makes the right thing to do. I think in general, I think Pep wants to use the youngsters. We actually started the season off quite well using them. We genuinely did. I worked out at one point before the bad spell, we'd use their youngsters 3 times as many minutes more than Pellegrini had this time last season. But then obviously the dip in form in general, the dip in form kind of coincided with a negative environment around it all, and he's tried to batten down the hatches a little bit, and he's tried to basically control expectations a little bit. So the youngsters have kind of dissipated a little bit in general. So it's a shame, but it is what it is. But right, I can't even keep up with all your comments, by the way. Right, I'm gonna force and Duncan Castles. Anchor, I hope that sums it up there. I don't even need to speak. Duncan Castles is a prick, but he's just a paid mouthpiece. He's like a parody account, really. A paid mouthpiece for Thingy, the agent bloke. I've already forgotten his name now. Mourinho's agent. I forgot his name. Pochettino said Spurs are a big club than City. Do you agree? Pochettino is probably wrong there. Well, no, he's not right. It's genuinely not true because look at the revenue, look at the commercial sales, and that kind of stuff. Spurs were behind us there, so it's just not actually true. Who do you think will break through? I think in general, a lot of players have a chance to break through. It depends on the situation. The obvious ones are the current under-18 generation, and people like Maffeo Garcia, Adebayo, will see around the first team, but the likes of Brahim, Sancho, Phil Foden, Lati Baudier, these are all fantastic footballers, so potentially they could. I'm going to ban you, David, because you're being childish. So I know I'm going to ban someone for being. Can I do that? Put you in timeout, David, for you being childish. You're in timeout and you can't chat for 5 minutes. Sending you to the naughty step. It's good that's quite good. I've just banned him. I can feel the power. I'm going to type again because I want to see my crown. People watching this back aren't going to understand all this live chat stuff. Sorry about that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there because yes. James asking when will it hit 1 million subs? Never, James. I'm a City fan. City fans don't get big on YouTube, but I've got all you guys, so who actually cares? I'm glad you're all enjoying me banning some people there. That's really amusing. David. I'm just laughing at all you enjoying. I'm on a time delay, so I'm watching your comments now about David, who I just banned. Anyway, right. I'm glad you all enjoyed the live stream. I'll do more if you want me to. Let me know if you want me to do more live streams about reacting news. I used to do them for Blue Horizon TV on Facebook. I realized I can do it on here, so I'll have to explain at the start of videos in the future a little bit better. The comments are making me laugh. I'll have to explain in the future about how it's a live stream because people watching back are going to be so confused. Anyway, guys, I don't know how to end this video, so anyway, have a good night. Go and play a game. Go and do something. Go and tell everyone to subscribe to my channel. That'll be nice. You're all sound. See you later. See you later, everyone. Bye-bye. And Nicola, you can be in the next one.